Okay, everybody, welcome to the council meeting, March 21st, 2024. Madam Clerk, pledge, please.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Councilman Asbill.
Present.
Councilman Buddy.
Present.
Councilman Chatelain.
Present.
Councilman Johnston.
Present.
Councilman Ricks. Present. Mayor Bodier.
Present.
Police Chief LaPrey is absent. Fire Chief St. Cyr is absent. Finance Director Todd Turnion.
Present.
City Attorney Scott Stansberry. Present. Myself, Carrie Hustis, Clerk, is present. Mayor's announcements.
Just really brief, I want to take a moment of silence for Mr. Charlie at the gas station. He passed away recently, and he was an icon to the city of Harahan, and he's helped a lot of family members here. So if you can indulge me, just please take a moment of silence. Thank you. Okay, Madam Clerk.
Approval of minutes. Reading of the minutes of the council meeting on February 22nd, 2024.
Do we have a motion to dispense with the reading minutes? We have a motion by Councilman Buddy, second by Councilman Ricks. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. All in favor to dispense with a reading of the minutes from the council meeting of February 22nd, 2024. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk.
Approval of the minutes of the council meeting on February 22nd, 2024.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Buddy, second by Councilman Asbill. We now open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. We have a motion we have all in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays.
Communications. Reading of the minutes of the Board of Adjustment meeting on February 21st, 2024.
Move to dispense with the reading of the minutes.
All right, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to move with dispensing of the reading of the minutes of the Board of Adjustment and the meeting on February 22nd. We have a second by Councilman Buddy. We'll open
What
for
was the
public hearing.
motion?
To dispense with the reading of the,
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah. Couldn't hear.
I'm sorry. All right. We have a motion by, second by Councilman Buddy. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk.
Approval of the minutes of the Board of Adjustment meeting on February 21st, 2024.
Move to approve.
So we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to approve the minutes of the Board of Adjustment and Appeals meeting on February 21st. Do we have a second? Second. Second by Councilman Ricks. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk.
Resolutions. Proposed resolution number 2024-3. The following resolution was offered by Councilman Asbill, a resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Harahan to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with John Curtis Christian School for rental and improvement of city-owned property.
We'll now open for public hearing. Anyone wanting to speak on proposed resolution number 2024-3, please come forward. No one coming forward. We'll close public hearing. Councilman Asbill.
Thank you, Mayor. The council, I'm going to ask you to defer this just because of the Ms. Curtis passing away. We haven't had a chance to finalize this with the Curtis family to make sure they're good with it. So move to defer to the next
So
meeting.
we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to defer. We have a second by Councilman Chatelain. We'll open for public hearing on the deferral. No one coming forth. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays on the deferral, Madam Clerk.
Proposed resolution 2024-4. The following resolution was offered unanimously by the council of the city of Harahan, a resolution accepting the municipal water pollution prevention environmental audit report for the period of January 1st, 2023 to December 31st, 2023, and to inform the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality that the following actions were taken and additional actions will be taken by the city of Harahan.
Okay, anyone want to speak on proposed resolution number 2024-4, please come to the podium. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion. No one wanting, go ahead.
We're good.
All right,
It's
no
pure
one-
technicality. This is what we've done in past years, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And
All right, no
Cody's-
one wanting to
Cody's
discuss?
here if you have any questions. I
What's
said
that?
Cody's here if y'all have any questions.
Yeah, Cody is here if y'all have any questions.
Anything remarkable? No? Okay.
Everything's the same as previous year.
Perfect. Thank you.
And just an aside, I want to thank Cody for working he's our sewer director, and he has been really working hard at the plant, trying to get us where we need to be. So thank you, Cody. You are the man. All right, all in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk.
Proposed resolution 2024-5, the following resolution was offered by Councilman Asbill, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Harahan authorizing the mayor to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with Stranded South LLC to host Harahan Music Festival at Soniat Playground.
Okay, we're now open for public hearing. Anyone want to speak on proposed resolution number 2024-5, please come forward. You better hurry up, Serge.
Come on.
If granted permission, please mark your calendars. Saturday, June 1st, for a great day of music at Harahan Playground, Soniat Playground. All ages. It'll be a free music festival. Please bring some food donations for the St. Rita Food Pantry from noon to 6 at the Harahan Playground. Immediately following a after party with Amanda Shaw at the camp. All ages, 7:30 to about 9. Please mark your calendars, Saturday, June 1st, and be there with some food for the St. Rita Food Pantry.
Yeah, and I just want to echo what Serge had to say. This is a fun event. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. Please come out, y'all. It's about being hometown. It's about Harahan. And Serge, thank you very much for your efforts and sticking with us for all of these years.
Thank you all.
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I'd like to amend the agenda to add,
You want to vote on this first?
oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Skip.
Wait, go ahead.
All in favor on proposed resolution
No,
20?
I want to discuss it. I've got some comments,
Okay.
and it's 8 or 10. We can go through them tonight. I don't know if the sense of urgency is it's got to be done tonight, or it could wait till the next council meeting, or if we have a special meeting on that other matter, we could roll it there. It's just some cleanup items. There's
Yeah,
no,
I mean, I think, yeah, if it's just cleanup items, let's get them done, because I think Serge wants this so he can start securing
okay,
stages.
I thought that might be the case.
Okay.
All right, so I'll run through them as quickly as possible and try to explain why I think modification may be necessary. Okay, on page 46, it talks about attachment A. Now, we don't have an attachment A identified. What is it?
I have it in my packet.
What is it? Where's attachment A? Okay. See, this is not, on mine, it's not marked as attachment A. So if the whole thing's attachment A, mine doesn't have that on it.
Yeah, you don't have it.
That's okay, but I didn't know if this was attachment A. I was assuming this or the map. I was assuming the map might be
Did you have
attachment A.
A on it?
Oh, gotcha.
No, Eric's don't have it either.
I saw it.
So,
I got that.
so we need to identify on this map what is part of this proposal. It's not the gym, it's not the field, it's part of this area,
It's the
Here.
walking track, yeah.
the walking track, so we just draw a line here and define it as that we shade it and say that area plus parking, because there's parking defined on here. So, the provide the use of the property to organization, and then, as identified on attachment A, we may need an attachment B. If attachment A is to have the whole explanation of the whole event, then you leave attachment A alone, and we make it, that last page, attachment B. Make sense, Jason? And then we,
He wants to leave all this A, this attachment B, the map.
what's that? It is, but
That's fine. So you will leave all of the verbiage attachment A and then change the map to attachment B?
yes.
And amend attachment B?
And just amend the map. So A will stand, that paragraph will stand, well, possibly. Let me see.
So I'll make this attachment A.
I'm going to pass this down to show you guys what I think attachment A should look like. So you shade that area. I'll pass it down and give it back to me. We do something like that, and we make it attachment A.
Man, I'm just,
So the proposal's attachment A.
that's all the parking around, so that would be all of that.
Yeah, so the way to do it is to say the shaded area or the lined area and
I know, I'm saying the light.
areas defined as parking. I mean, that's what we're doing, right?
Green colors is the fields.
Right, but all of this will be used.
No.
People will set up there. You can sit there.
This is Fletcher Field.
But can you sit there?
I mean, on the outfield, I guess.
Okay. I could put that on.
Sorry.
So
The hatched area.
parking is just identified. So I assume, we're saying that's part of the use for the event. The event is right here. I'm assuming we're not, we're not using all of this. It's an assumption. I haven't been party to the negotiations. The event's going to take place here.
No, you're exactly right, though. You're exactly
I
right.
mean, they're not going on this field. That's gonna be locked off.
So we're going to make how would we word attachment A?
Well, attachment A is going to
All of
stand.
this light green area should be in the agreement. Because
So wait.
they're parking here,
Right?
okay? If somebody's sitting here and the little kid's playing ball right here while the band's going on, this little kid here, if you draw this line right here, this little kid
So,
right here breaks his
Let me
foot.
tell you, this is.
Their insurance ain't
This is
covered.
in this is behind the fence, isn't it?
Yeah, so them gates will be locked. This is the main field here.
Okay, but the light green,
I understand. So maybe shade that out and say that's not
or just line through.
line through a little more
And then
here
say
with the parking.
excluding the gym. Yeah,
With the gyms in the white. But I understand what you're saying.
yeah. Just to better identify it. And I didn't know how much of the area he was going to use. I knew the walking path area.
I'm just saying if people are
Yeah.
here watching the band and the kids are back here playing in the outfield of Fletcher Field,
So, Councilman Chatelain? Does this suffice?
yeah, but
I mean, you got parking over here. No, no.
You need to cover all of this.
all of this parking
Okay.
there too.
Well, parking is arrowed. Yeah, I was going to say that area plus
Parking.
the area identified as parking.
Correct.
But this'll work.
Anything outside- Would you say anything outside of the fenced area for the baseball fields,
Yeah,
playground fields?
Yeah.
Well, I think we can identify it like this.
I mean, that would make the most sense. Anything outlying outside of the
fields will
fenced
be
area.
locked up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Everything else is outlying in the fenced area.
Outside the fence there.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got to exclude the gym if you do it that way. That'll work. There's lots of ways to do it. I think that'll work.
Okay.
But I think putting it on a map like this is kind of crystal clear. You draw some lines here.
I mean, we could be definitive about the fenced area too.
Yeah, yeah. So if we do this, provide the use of the property to the organization. So this is the property that we're going to provide.
Right.
So maybe what's confusing here is we're defining the property and the proposal in that paragraph. So maybe we provide the use of the property as per attachment A,
Okay?
so I'm proposing that we modify line 45 by adding after the words "provide use of the property," the words "as shown." Yeah, but we're going to make it A because it's as shown on attachment A. So we'll make this A because this is really the nuts and bolts.
Okay.
To host the music festival substantially within the confounds, I don't know if it's the right word, but the confounds of the event proposal, which will make on line 46, will change in parentheses where it says see attachment A, we're going to change it to read see attachment B. That make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Buddy to amend proposed resolution
Well,
2024.
I've got more. You want to do them all at one time?
Let's just do them one, that way we can track them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be
So-
quick, I'm sure.
So that'll be an amendment to section 1, line 44 to
Okay.
47.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Buddy as read into record, second by Councilman Asbill on proposed resolution 2024-5. This is on amendment only. All in favor?
Yeah.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Now we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to approve proposed resolution.
He's got more.
I'm sorry. You got one, Mr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's okay. That's okay. In the indemnification section, beginning on line 118, on line 121, it says the indemnification is damages to persons or property in connection with the services required. Well, there is no services. There's a use of the, we can either say use of the Soniat playground, or we can say property and go back in that first paragraph and
So what I'll do is,
define property.
if you mind me proposing an amendment?
I don't.
I'll move to amend line 121 to say property in connection with the event and strike the services required.
Okay,
Is that suited?
Okay.
Yeah.
and I mean, I would have preferred to have the property with a capital P, a defined term, but I think I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to, if we ever have to indemnify and go against an insurance company, if this isn't right, you got nothing. So, because it's an indemnity, I just wanted to clean it up. All right,
So, yeah, I'll move that amendment.
I'll second it.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to amend proposed resolution 2024-5 as read in the record, second by Councilman Buddy. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll close public hearing. All in favor of the second amendment?
Aye.
Yay.
4 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absent.
Okay,
And-
in the insurance section, section 8, on line 130, it talks about the insurance which may arise from the performance of services, and I would scratch the words "performance of services" and insert in their stead the organization's use of the property or use of Soniat Playground. I think to be consistent, we would add organization's use of the property.
Second.
Okay.
Because we don't want it limited to the performance of their services. If somebody is injured, we want that liability coverage to cover those injuries.
So on amendment, on third amendment proposed by Councilman Buddy, read into record, second by Councilman Asbill, will open for public hearing. No one coming forth. Will close public hearing. All in favor on proposed amendment number 3?
Yay.
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 5 yeas, 0 nays.
All right, the next one is line 144. It's part of the insurance coverage. It reads, "The city shall be named as additional insured as regard to general liability and automobile policy." And then it says, "with respects to negligence by the organization." I want to scratch that whole "with respects to negligence by the organization." Because if something happens, we want the insurance to cover it. No determination of negligence or not, which is what a general liability policy normally covers, whatever happens.
All right, so we
So-
have proposed resolution number 2024-4 with the no negligence clause. Do we have a second?
Let me, so section A covers any and all losses. Section B is more specific to
Right.
negligence. So,
Well, Section A is talking about right of recovery or subrogation. It's not really that's the way I read it, Councilman. It's just really talking about the subrogation, which is the right of them to recover against the city or the at-fault party. So we do want that wording in there where they have no recovery or subrogation against the city. But it doesn't talk about the scope of the insurance being limited to acts of negligence by the organization.
yeah, so maybe rather than, because I believe that you have to specifically include negligence. So maybe
So you get named on a general liability policy, you become the insured. So whatever that the organization's general liability policy covers, it would cover the organization and it would cover the city. That's how being named on an insurance policy is intended to work. The city gets the same coverage that the organization gets without limitation.
City shall be named.
And insurance policies, you can be sued for something that's not your negligence, and it can still win a judgment, particularly if somebody's hurt on a property and sues the city. We don't want to
Yeah.
require it being at their negligence.
Yeah, so I would propose that we leave it as is, but add the words with respect to all causes of loss, including but not limited to negligence by the organization.
Sorry, say that again,
So
Councilman?
it would read, "City shall be named as an additional insured as regards to general liability and automobile liability with respect to all causes of loss, including but not limited to negligence by organization."
Yeah, I mean, I think that would work.
Okay.
And something about, I think that'll work. Could you say it one more time, please?
Yes. City shall be named as an additional insured as regards to general liability and automobile liability with respect to all causes of loss, including but not limited to negligence by organization.
I think that'll work.
Okay.
And you scratch the, no, you,
No, I didn't, it just
okay,
added those.
okay, so,
All causes of loss, including but not limited to. And I would move that amendment.
So we have the,
now, I didn't write it all down, I didn't catch it all. Do you have it written down, so Carrie will have
We'll
it?
get it from the video.
okay, so
Okay.
we have a motion by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Buddy on the negligence clause, amendment number 4 on proposed resolution 2024-5 will open for public hearing. No one coming forth will close public hearing. All in favor on amendment number 4?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, moving right along. On line 182, we use the word under the contract. This document is the agreement, capital A agreement. So I would propose that we strike the word contract and add instead agreement with a capital A.
Second.
Okay, we have proposed resolution number 5 we have proposed amendment to, on number 5, on proposed resolution number 2024-5, to add in the word agreement, capital A, as read into record by Councilman Buddy. You have a second by Councilman Asbill. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth will close public hearing. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, now, line 253 gets back to that property description that we marked up. Let's see how it reads now. Attachment A is intended solely for the purpose of generally describing the festival. So we said that's attachment B, correct? So I propose that we modify line 253, changing the word A after the word attachment to B, capital B.
Same on 254. We can do that at the same time.
Good catch, sir.
Okay, we have a motion by
Second.
Councilman Buddy, second by Councilman Asbill, to change A on line 253 to B, and also on line 254. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth will now close public hearing. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay. So I had a question in the margin here. Let me think about it, because it gets back to attachment B, attachment A. And I think we're done.
Okay, so now we'll vote on proposed resolution number 2024 as amended.
Move to approve as amended.
We have Councilman Asbill, we have second by Councilman Buddy. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays.
Mayor, I'd like to amend the agenda
Yeah, we gotta do that, huh?
to add proposed resolution 2024-6.
We have a motion by Councilman Asbill to amend the agenda to add proposed, I'm sorry, Councilman Chatelain to add proposed resolution? Or,
Resolution.
okay. And that number is one more time?
2024-6.
2024-6.
You want to read the title?
Now, which one,
Where's that? Right here.
Yeah.
which one? Is that the agreement?
That's the agreement.
That's Hunter Linfield.
Right.
Yeah.
Proposed Resolution 2024-6, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Harahan authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Linfield, Hunter, and Junius Incorporated for emergency sewer collection and treatment system overhaul.
All right, Councilman Buddy, you want to,
Council discussion.
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
I've, no, we did not vote to add it. We're discussing.
I don't mind, I don't mind voting to
You
add
gotta
it.
vote to put it on
And-
to the
yeah,
floor
and then we can discuss it.
Oh, sorry, you're right, all right, so,
You gotta put it on the floor first.
Wait, he'd like-
I'd like discussion on adding it. Because
Okay,
I'm not comfortable
okay.
with adding it tonight.
Okay.
This is a
We
big
just vote
contract.
no.
Right,
Just vote no.
Well, he wants to explain his
I wanna
position.
explain it.
Give
You
him-
explain
give
your
him-
reason for voting no?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Sorry about
I
that.
appreciate it. This is a big contract, we just got it about an hour ago, and it's for a lot of money. I have no idea what it's about. So especially a resolution that would get voted on tonight, I'm not comfortable adding it from the floor.
And, Councilman, are you finished with your comment?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a general comment that it appears that this is urgent. And what we have done as a council in the past is we've called a special meeting after we've had a time to get more answers and get more clarification and maybe an opportunity to critique this document. I think the document is lacking in specificity. And it hasn't been explained to the council. The mayor hasn't had an opportunity to explain to the council the logic in the values being paid to the engineer, although I suspect it will all be crystal clear once explained. So, again, I'm not opposed to adding it to the agenda, but if we do, I'm going to propose that it be deferred.
Defer and call a special meeting.
Yes. That way we can get it done.
Call a special meeting for next week.
Yep.
So, what is,
The problem is that
Yeah.
if Councilman Asbill is voting no, it's moot. You
Yeah,
can't.
my suggestion would be
He's
to
not gonna-
add new business to call a special meeting and make this the agenda for the special meeting.
Then we could do it.
done?
So,
I'm
sorry.
fine either way, I just know the urgency, I believe
Yeah.
there are some things we need to work out here.
Yeah.
But the urgency is we need to get this approved, if not, we're gonna be wasting a lot of money.
And
No,
then if
we-
call a
we
special
wanna
meeting,
get it
we can put
approved.
This on that special meeting too and get it approved faster. If we put, I'm okay with putting a first reading from the floor. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But something that we've got to approve tonight, I'm not.
so
okay.
2024-5, we're going to do a first reading? Is that what you're saying, sir?
No,
The
sir.
ordinance for first reading, you said.
Which ordinance?
Which
he's
ordinance?
asking for
The
the
ordinance
first
that comes with
reading?
that.
There is no ordinance, it's a resolution.
The other ordinance you're
Oh.
referring to?
2024-10.
I haven't seen that one.
2024-10 is the other ordinance you're
We added for
referring
the
to.
floor tonight as well.
Okay.
That's fine.
It kind of ties
I
together.
agree with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
So let's back up. We're looking at resolution number
with them, too.
2024-5.
You agree with a lot of people tonight.
I don't know
So-
where
I'm not
five
going to
is.
agree with a few other things.
What's
I agree with
five? I
them.
don't have five.
So what's the method
What's-
by which we're
five?
going to,
He wants to bring the ordinance up for first reading so we can approve it at the special meeting if it's approved, but he wants to keep the resolution just intact for the special meeting, because if you go with resolution tonight, we have to prove it tonight.
And we vote on it tonight.
We
but that's
vote
what
on
I'm
it.
saying, we're going to defer voting on it till the special meeting.
Correct.
Is that, we have to do
We're
that?
not gonna even approve it tonight.
We're going to bring it from the
We'll
floor
bring it
at the
up
special
at
meeting.
the special meeting. He's gonna add it to new business.
So it's on the agenda right now. What is the resolution of it tonight?
Not
20,
on the agenda.
no, 2024-5 is, isn't it? Yes, 2024-5,
Ordinance.
proposed resolution is on our agenda.
That's 20.
2024
-5,
is on our agenda.
yes, that's cooperative.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm holding the wrong contract.
We're on the 6th.
Yeah,
We're on 6.
yes. And that's the Junius
Right.
agreement. I had it a few moments ago.
Yeah.
Still do the whole time next week.
You've got 2 in 05.
Somebody to scrub this.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't see my junior's contract.
Jason doesn't want to call it from the floor, so it can't be called. That's it, right? There's no vote, there's no, yes, no vote, no anything, just gone.
You got to vote on it, but he's going to vote no, and then you can't put it on the floor.
Right.
Does that hurt us from bringing it up on the floor again? Okay. All right, so we have a motion by Councilman we have, all right, so, we have a motion by Councilman Chatelain, second by Councilman Riggs, to bring proposed Resolution 2024-6 from the floor. It does require a unanimous vote. All in favor?
Nay.
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 You got all these.
All right, 5 nays, 0 yeas. Madam Clerk?
Here, let me, if you don't mind. I've got a motion to amend the agenda to add new business number 5, which is an ABO license for McKinley's Pub.
We have a motion from Councilman Asbill, second from Councilman Chatelain to add ABO business license for McKinley's Pub. Will now open for public hearing. No one coming forth. Will now close public hearing. All in favor to add this motion to the agenda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 yeas, 0 nays. It is added to the agenda. Do you want to vote on it now?
No.
No, not yet.
Wait for
Okay.
new business.
I also have a new move to amend the agenda to add new business number 6, to set a special meeting and set the agenda for said special meeting.
Okay, we have a motion by
Second.
Councilman Asbill to set a special meeting with the agenda. We have a second by Councilman Budde. You will open for public hearing. No one coming forth. Will now close public hearing. We have a motion by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Budde. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays.
Move to amend the agenda to add proposed ordinance 2024-10, an ordinance authorizing the city of Harahan to meet state requirements for capital outlay funding for the purpose of emergency sewer collection and treatment system overhaul planning and construction to first reading.
All right, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Riggs to add, to amend the agenda, adding proposed ordinance number 2024-10. Will now open for public hearing. No one coming forth. Will now close public hearing. All in favor to amend the agenda?
Yeah.
Wait, can we have just a minute of discussion?
Yeah, so the idea here,
So we're doing this as a first reading.
first reading. and
Okay,
we'll
and
set
it has
on
to
the
be
spe-
unanimous, correct?
Correct. And we'll-
Okay,
And we'll
thank you.
set it on the special agenda.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
All in favor?
I'm in favor.
Yay.
Yes, yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
All right. Ordinances for approval. Proposed ordinance number 2023-35. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Asbill and seconded by Councilman Chatelain. An ordinance to adopt the new City of Harahan Employee Handbook, non-civil service, which will supersede Ordinance 1361 and all subsequent amendments.
Okay, we have proposed ordinance number 2023-35. We'll now open for public hearing. Anyone wanting to discuss the proposed ordinance? No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion.
Mr. Mayor, I believe there's a significant amount of amendments that some councilmen have suggested. So what I think we're going to do is defer this and hopefully have those amendments redlined for the next meeting and perhaps be able to adopt those amendments as a red line
Okay.
version of the.
All right, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill.
So move to defer, yeah.
To defer proposed ordinance number 2023-35. We have a second by Councilman Riggs. We'll now open for public hearing on the deferral of proposed ordinance number 2023-35. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. All in favor to defer?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk, proposed ordinance number 2023-35 is deferred.
Okay, proposed ordinance number 2024-1. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Ricks and seconded by Councilman Chatelain. An ordinance providing that the Harahan Municipal Code be supplemented to fix the amount of compensation of the elected public officials of the City of Harahan as required by Louisiana Revised Statute 3344.1.
Okay, anyone who will speak on proposed ordinance number 2024-1, please come to the podium. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion on proposed ordinance number 2024-1. Councilman Ricks?
I put this in just simply in the future that, it's a cost of living increase for the mayor and the chief of police at 3% a year with a cap of 7 years. And this is just, like I explained earlier, that if you want to get some great people to run the city and run the police department in the future, that I think that would be a way to do it. And just my thought, with the price of, everything going up, I think that, it's a fair compensation package.
All right, any other council discussion?
Yeah, I have a couple of comments. The one is, the council is approved in this also, but not during our term.
Right.
Correct.
So we're approving increases beginning in 2027 for the future council.
Future council, not this current.
And the other thing is, as I read this, it could be interpreted that the 2024, for the police chief and the mayor, they're going to get paid that amount of money. So it's almost like making it retroactive. So I'd like to add a statement for clarity. The raise in 2024 goes into effect during the raise for 2024 is not retroactive, comma, and goes into effect with the first payroll beginning following approval of the ordinance.
Okay, so we have a proposed resolution.
Got that, Carrie?
by
Does it
Councilman
read
Buddy.
okay? So we're going to just clarify that it's not retroactive. That's their new, quote, salary on an annual basis, but they're not going to get paid it in '24.
Okay, we have a proposed ordinance, a proposed amendment for,
2024-1.
I'm sorry, 2024-1 by Councilman Buddy, as read in the record. We have a second by Councilman Chatelain. We'll open for public hearing.
Explain that again? So you don't want it to go in effect for 2024?
No, I want it to go in effect for
We don't want to make it
2024.
retroactive.
We're going to, it expressly will say it's not retroactive, and that, then we're going to say it goes into effect with the first payroll beginning after approval of this ordinance.
Okay. And we have a second by Councilman Chatelain. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing on the amendment we are voting on. All in favor?
Yay.
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 Hey,
Nay, you said nay.
4 yeas, 1 nay. Madam Clerk? I'm sorry. Okay, now we'll vote on,
no, I have
Council- all right.
a comment.
We got more discussion.
Wait,
Okay.
Councilman Johnson would like to.
Okay, my comment is, I'm against giving raises to elected officials like this. A 3% increase in every year. We're elected officials, we're not employees of the city. The citizens elect us to represent them as their elected officials. If you're running for a position as elected official, as mayor or council, as mayor or chief, because of the salary, you shouldn't run. You should run because you want to serve your community. You know when you run for this office that you don't make a lot of money. Most times when people run for mayor or chief, they're people that have money and looking to save and work for their community. You're not interested in the money. When I ran for mayor in 2002, the salary for mayor was $33,000. So I surely didn't run for the salary. And over the years, they've increased the pay. But I am totally against this, to give a mayor increase of 3%, which isn't a lot of money, but in my opinion, if you're a mayor, you're not in there for money. And the chief of police, most of the time when you have a chief run, like when the chiefs run, they're mostly retired policemen from, worked in New Orleans or wherever they worked, the state police. They have retirements, and they come in there in their 50s or in their 60s, and they become chiefs of police of a small community. I can remember Vinny Mosca. Vinny Mosca didn't have a car. He worked for a low salary. I mean, I worked for a low salary until I got a raise in my 2006 term when the council voted to give us the mayor a raise, first raise they had in 30 years. But that's the way they did it. And then this council got a raise, and the mayor got a raise after I got the raise in 2006 or 2005. They got a raise like 15 years later, or 10 years later. But, I mean, I'm not in here for the money. I mean, we make 15.5. And the mayor and the chief shouldn't be in here for the money. You're here to represent your community. So I am totally against giving a 3% raise to the chief and the chief and the mayor. The salary they make now is sufficient enough. The chief should have another job. He has a wife that works. The mayor, he has a wife that works.
Wait,
The
you
mayor,
said the chief should have another job?
no, the chief has, his wife's got a job, the chief, well, in other words, if you run for chief, you should have enough money to run. You spend
I hear what you're
200,000.
saying.
Look, you want to interrupt me?
I'm sorry, I just
Okay,
said
don't
I
interrupt when I'm
understand
talking.
what you're saying.
Okay, I don't interrupt you when you talk.
Okay.
When you run for position, people will start running, you spend $100,000, $200,000 to run for a position. So you figure, you got a little money. chief didn't run for the salary. The mayor didn't run for the salary. They ran because they want to represent the people of Harahan. The mayor loves this job. I know the mayor. The mayor is dedicated to the community. He's not worried about the salary. He wants to represent the people. And 3% a year don't make a difference to the mayor, and 3% a year don't make a difference to the chief. So I think it's just a bad move myself, and I'm against this. I'm going to vote against it. I'll probably lose the vote. That's fine. But I'm representing the people of Harahan, and I think that we should just continue paying the chief and the mayor and the council what we have in place right now and not increasing their salary every year by 3%.
Any other council discussion?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
In 2005, you said you went from 30,000, 33,000 to what?
59.
33,000 to 59,000.
That's the first raise in 30 years, I think it was.
$20,000 raise?
The council gave it $26,000 raise.
Were you in office?
You took it?
The council gave it to us.
All right. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't have took it. You know, I think what you said's pretty accurate. Somebody runs for mayor, they run to serve the community,
Right.
to be a public service, and I agree. An incentive of 3% a year can help someone out in as a mayor's position. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I mean, if you read down, proposed ordinance 2024-8, we're going to take the mayor's car allowance away.
Why? That's another, we'll discuss
got a
that when
call.
it comes up.
He's got a
Well,
call.
yeah, but we'll talk about that when it comes up.
Okay.
And that's part of a salary. So I think the salary increase would affect.
Well, when that comes up, we'll discuss that.
Well, I'd like to comment.
Go ahead.
Y'all give them the raise.
Jason?
No,
Jason?
I'd like to
I think-
comment on this.
I think Jason
Yeah, I'm sorry.
also had a comment.
So I'm also against the ordinance for a different reason than Councilman Johnson. Because I do think, I agree with Councilman Ricks that if you want to attract top talent, even to your elected positions, you need to pay them well. However, I also think that we've got a salary problem across the city, not just on the elected official side, including right next door at the police department for the chief that we're going to give a raise to. So if anywhere we're going to give raises, I'd like to see them rank and file, more on the file than the rank. And so I'm against it for that reason. Until, the chief is very adamant that we need more money so that we can attract and keep officers. And I think if we're going to spend, another, over the next 6 years, if we're going to spend another $70,000 on raises between the police chief, the mayor, and the council, that should go to hire another officer. So that's why I'm against it.
Oh, yeah.
So I just want to clarify that we voted 4-1 to pass the amendment. We haven't voted on the ordinance yet.
That's correct.
Okay, and this discussion started with Councilman Johnson discussing the amendment, so we haven't even talked about the ordinance in general, although maybe everybody has
Oh, I
said their
guess we
piece.
have.
So, okay, so now we need to have a motion to approve the ordinance as amended. I'll motion to approve it as amended, and we can discuss it again to the extent people want to.
I'll second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Buddy, second by Councilman Cataline, to vote on ordinance number 2024-1. All in favor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nay.
Well, wait a minute, no, some discussion here.
Okay, we're gonna discuss.
I agree, I like this approach, because
We
instead of doing a
approved-
20, I'm
We
sorry.
approved the motion.
Yeah, we did that already.
Okay.
Okay, I thought we were just getting ready to vote on the ordinance.
Okay, no, I think that
Okay,
vote was to
yes.
approve
Thank you. Thank
your
you.
amendment.
Okay.
Right, thank you.
So now we go to.
All right, so that was an
discussion.
amendment. So just to clarify, we voted on to approve the amendment, which is 3 yeas, 2 nays.
Right, we
On
already
amended,
voted
3 yeas, 2 nays. Now we're going to vote, we'll come
So
back.
the amendment was 4-1, I
Yeah,
believe.
the amendment.
Okay, so the amendment was,
4-1.
all right, got it,
Yeah,
okay.
the amendment was 4-1.
That's right, I'm sorry, I didn't write it down.
So now the motion was to,
We had already started discussion on the full motion.
Okay, Yeah.
And now we're, unless Mr. Buddy's got another comment, we're ready to vote on the full motion.
Well, I'd like to comment on the amendment in total. I don't think this is, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I'd rather do this than wait 15 years and give somebody a $20,000 raise, which is what we've done historically. And also, I think we need to pay good money to get good people. And in the past, there's been some folks who took the job of police chief and mayor as part-time jobs. I don't know how that's defined. I'd like to, I support positions as being full-time positions. And in the future, I'm going to vote for people that commit to work full-time for the city because I think they're full-time jobs. That's just, I'm one person.
And I have some comments as well.
Yeah, but again, I think this is a good way to do it. These are cost of living raises. And I think everybody in the city has received raises. There may be a couple of people who haven't. I'd had to ask the mayor if there have been a couple of people in the last year that haven't received a raise.
There's a few.
But, well, police have received a significant raise. It appears to be inadequate. So we're going to have to try to match the market. We're going to have to try to do more. Fire department got raises. Mayor, did your other employees, non-fire department,
Yes, sir.
So everybody's gotten a raise.
So look,
Now, it's just a comment. It's not
and
argumentative.
I'm just, I'm going to make a comment as well. So, running this city, maybe in the past has been a part-time job, but, the city's lacking due to its, leadership in the past, and it's suffered a great deal, and it seems like we're putting it back together one piece at a time at a very expensive cost, meaning that the sewer plant's in disrepair, the sewage lines in the city are in disrepair, everything has been in disrepair, and it's being fixed. So for me, to encourage someone to take this role as a full-time job and to make sure these things don't happen and build over time and create giant deficits, I think we need some really good talent. And the same thing in the police department. I think that the lack of talent causes us millions of dollars in taxpayer funds because somebody's not committed to doing the job 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, like it needs to be done. And if you don't have that person in place, you are suffering, and the citizens are suffering. If you got a police chief who's got a part-time job, he ain't doing a good job. If you got a mayor who's doing a part-time job and he's out selling on the side, he is not doing a good job. And the citizens are paying the bill. If an employee is not supervised by a mayor, who's paying the bill? We are. So if you're looking out for the citizens of Harahan, that's what you should be looking at,
Yeah.
period. Because it's not a game. This is run like a business.
I'm gonna make a comment on that, and I agree. But with this, you're not guaranteeing a full-time person.
Well, I understand.
And so if there's a way to do that and give these raises immediately, I'd be happy to do that.
Well, I'm listening.
What's that?
I'm listening.
So I don't know if there's a way to make a mayor or make a police chief not have other associations or jobs, but if there's a way to do that, let's do it and give the raise immediately, give the full raise immediately to attract top talent. But with this, what you're doing in 2030, a mayor will be getting paid $93,000, still the possibility of being a part-time mayor.
Well, you come up with a schedule.
I don't know that you could, I
I
don't know
don't
that
think you can do it legally.
I don't know that you could legally do that
Right.
to an elected
You
official.
can't.
So I did a little research on mayors, and we're definitely underpaid here compared to other municipalities. And I would sit there and say, if you have a mayor and he's working hard for the city and he's going out to the parish lobbying for money, going to the state lobbying for money, going to the feds lobbying for money, and they're doing a great job, we're going to re-elect that mayor. You're going to elect the mayor. If he fails, we're going to elect a new mayor. So I think, I mean, you are taking a gamble at a 4-year shot. You don't know what you're going to get. But if you have someone who's successful, you're going to reelect them.
Yeah. Maybe we do an annual bonus.
What
I
was
don't
that,
think
sir?
you could do that legally.
We
I
tried
said,
that.
maybe we can do an annual bonus.
No, I can't do
The
that.
mayor's doing a great job, you give him a bonus.
That's illegal.
If the mayor's doing a great job, we
We tried
reelect
it.
them.
We thought about it.
You know, look, I'm just saying,
I'll call for a motion, call for the vote.
if you don't pay, if
I
you
have
don't
something to say,
pay,
don't call for the vote
hold
until I
on.
speak.
hold on.
Well, I thought you did.
I'm going to say
I'm gonna
this.
speak again.
That if you don't pay, you know, in the forward, you know, there's a lot of things that happen in federal governments that are not great.
He does.
You know, people on the take, people doing other things.
Agree.
You know, so, I mean, this is kind of to curb that. And I think, you know, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee if you had somebody who was making $50,000 is going to show up one day,
I agree.
right? So,
She did.
but if you want to find somebody who wants to take that role on, I think it's important that that role has a benefit. Or you're gonna have somebody, some schmuck who's gonna want to take that role and, you know what I mean? Put his hand out every time somebody needs something. So that's my position.
Well, it's all about money. The city of Harahan has a small budget. When I was a mayor, Rummel had a bigger budget than us. Our budget was $6 million. I was a full-time mayor. I also had a job as a salesman, but I made it work. I was here every day. But I had a budget under $6 million. The plant, we had no money. We worked with a $600,000 budget for the sewer plant. But we made it work where we had a sewer plant that worked. But we had troubles. We had problems, but we had it work. Vinnie Mosca had the same problem I had when he was mayor in the 90s. He had a $4 million budget, but we made it work. You got to work with what you got. We had a $33,000 salary. We had a increase in our salary. I had it in 2005. It was like 30 years we didn't have a raise.
Right.
Then this mayor here got a raise 16 years later. It was a $16,000 a year raise, which is fine. We got to work with what you got. Now they got $9 million budget. I think it's a little high. I don't know if they have the funds, but they're going almost $10 million. They want to have a $9.9 million budget this year. I don't know where they're going to get the money at because our sales tax is up, but I think we're getting sales tax from Elmwood that we shouldn't be getting. And I think they're going to catch on to it, and we're going to end up losing sales tax. But they're talking about money. You need money to operate. Now, I got to give it to Bodier. He's been getting money from the state. He got money for the sewer plant, and I've given kudos on that. I've done it. I've told people that. He's worked hard to get money. He's gotten money for the sewer plant. He's got more than we've ever gotten. But we don't have the people on the West Bank fighting us like we used to. They've had elected officials on the West Bank that used to get all the money. We're getting some money now in the East Bank. So remember what I'm telling you. Money talks, and you know what walks. And we didn't have the money at the time. And now we're getting a few dollars in, which is helping. Which people, some of these people wasn't here for years ago. They don't know what we worked with and what we had. We had no money. And we still have no money. When you got a high school in the Jefferson Parish has a bigger budget than your own city. Well, now we got a few dollars in the city. And you got people that dedicate themselves to the city. It's not the same. Things aren't the same like they used to be. But we got to work with what we get. And that's the way it goes.
So, just so you know, this mayor and the council have worked very diligently, and the mayor secured over $13 million.
Wait,
Secured.
Where's the money?
$13 million for the state.
show me the money.
So, anyway,
It's easy to shoot figures out. Show me the money.
okay. Well,
He's
we'll
got
show you.
money for us. I'm not saying he
Mr.
hasn't.
Paul.
We've secured over $13 million. So, anyway, and that's because, you have somebody who's indebted to the citizens of Harahan and trying to make a difference. So that's what you get. And if you want to continue to have that, I think this is one way to do it. If you don't, and you want to find somebody who's part-time, you do what you want to do.
So, is everybody finished? Yes.
Yes.
Call for a vote?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor on proposed ordinance number 2024-1?
Nay.
Yay.
Nay.
Yay.
3 yeas, 2 nays. Madam Clerk, proposed ordinance number 2421 passes. Madam Clerk?
Proposed ordinance number 2024-2. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain and seconded by Councilman Asbill. An ordinance amending ordinance number 1990, the annual budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024 for the ARPA Fund of the City of Harahan, Louisiana for street repairs of Monroe Street.
Okay, we have proposed ordinance number 2024-2, proposed by Councilman Chatelain, seconded by Councilman Asbill. Anyone want to speak on proposed ordinance number 2024-2, please come to the podium. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Councilman Chatelain?
Guys, just to be clear, we had a few prices on this. I want to say some's to concrete it. I'm sorry. Some's to concrete, some's to blacktop, some's to tear it out to the ground and start completely over with blacktop. I spoke to Chris's Paving, and I believe he gave us a price for Monroe Street, which he said is very adequate to do. Mill out 2 inches of asphalt, come back, apply 2 new inches of asphalt, roll and compact for $58,520. That's the one I would be looking to approve on this ordinance. I do know they have on here $255,000. That's some of the higher ones, which I don't think we need that. I spoke to the guy. He said on Monroe Street, it's pretty bad right now. He said it's not a high-traffic area, so he's very confident that milling off 2 inches, putting back 2 inches will be very stable grounds for 10 to 12 years.
Okay, I would move to make an amendment to change line 20 to read increased by $65,000, and to change line 23 to read increased by $65,000.
All right, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to
Well,
amend.
I'm sorry. We're gonna add 255 plus 55, or we're
No,
gonna
no.
change?
Change it to $65,000, which would be the 58 quote plus a little more for
Okay, and how much are we
Extras.
changing it to? One more time?
65,000.
65,000.
Yes, sir.
And okay,
On both, and so line 20 would read increased by 65,000.
Yep.
And line 23 would read increased by 65,000.
thank you.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill for proposed ordinance 2024-2, second by Councilman Buddy as read into record. Anyone coming to speak? No one coming forward. Now close public hearing. All in favor on proposed amendment?
Yay.
Yeah.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Now proposed ordinance number 2024-2 as amended.
Before we go there, I have a question, and it may be self-explanatory, but the next ordinance, 2024-3, refers to, on the first page of page 1 of 3 of the estimate from Chris's Paving, it says estimate for Rezar and Monroe Street.
So he sent the estimates on one sheet, if you noticed. So
It's highlighted.
it's highlighted
Oh, okay.
because he sent them all on one.
Okay, that was a combined.
Oh, I was very confused yesterday.
Well, no, okay, okay. I knew there was
Yeah.
an answer, but, okay, thank you. So I'm,
Yeah, I'm saying 152 and then 100.
yeah.
Okay, so you want to vote on, we're going to vote on proposed ordinance number 2024-2 as amended. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk, 2024-3.
Proposed ordinance number 2024-3. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain and seconded by Councilman
Second.
Asbill. An ordinance amending ordinance number 1990, the annual budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024 for the ARPA Fund of the City of Harahan, Louisiana for Resor Avenue street repair.
Okay, anyone want to speak on proposed ordinance number 2024-3?
That was concrete.
No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion?
Councilman Chatelain, could you walk through? the
Yes,
logic
so
on
we
this one
did the
also?
same thing. They had prices on this, although Chris's Pavers, he only gave us one quote because he said the 2-inch, to take off, mill off 2 inch, replace 2 inches was very adequate for that street. He said the base and foundation is nowhere near as bad as Monroe Street. So we had that price of $152,800. We also had other prices to do concrete, which was right at $1 million. And also, if you did the concrete, it'd be about probably a 6-week project where neighbors will be fighting it. If you do the asphalt, it's gonna be a 3-day project.
Did you say $1 million for the concrete?
For concrete.
991,000, you're exaggerating.
was a long street.
So, as I said, I spoke to the guys, and I believe the 152.8 is very adequate to redo what we need to do there. And like I said, he said the foundation and all is a lot better than Monroe, that's why he didn't even quote us to
Does it-
tear it out and start from scratch.
Does it, I'm sorry.
It is a lot longer street, which I believe it goes from Harris all the way to Little Royland Playground.
Does it bring it to that? Because I want to bring it to that intersection of Randolph and Lincoln.
We
I
have
wanna-
to verify.
So I'd like to change
If
it
you
to
want to
add a little bit more.
in
to
case we
make
need
sure.
to do that. My deal is, I believe we're all up here, we all know we need a lot of street repairs. Before we'd spend $1 million on concrete in one street, we'd go do 10 streets with blacktop.
Yeah.
And when you go to concrete, you gotta do drainage, curbs, it's a lot more work. So yeah, we can do the same thing if you wanna make a motion to amend these here.
I
If you
move
wanna
to-
add 20 grand on it.
I'll just do 200. Is that all right? Or is that too much?
I think you'd be better.
Okay.
I think
Move to amend line 19 to read increased by $200,000.
Okay, we have a motion by
And-
Councilman, I'm sorry.
Line 22 to read increased by $200,000.
Increase or change it from 150 to 200,000?
They both need to say increased.
No, the bottom one says.
The way it
They
reads.
both need to say
Councilman,
increased.
Increased by, scratch
you're-
the 152, sir.
They both need to say increase?
Yes, sir. I verified it with
Okay.
finance because you have to realize the revenue because it's deferred revenue. The revenue
Okay,
hasn't
well,
been realized
I'm just asking
yet.
the question because
Yeah.
it says decrease.
For ARPA. So aren't we decreasing the ARPA funds?
No, you're increasing the revenue because you haven't realized the revenue yet.
Okay.
It's deferred.
It's different,
Yeah.
Y'all were
So it's
good.
200,000.
Yes, sir.
which he's adding a little more because he wants
That's
to
fine.
possibly extend it.
That's fine.
If it comes in at 152, we save that money.
That's fine. It's better than
Go
two,
back
it's
into
better than $1 million.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Asbell, second by Councilman Chatterling to amend proposed ordinance number 2024-3, lines 19 and 22 to read increase to $200,000. All in favor on proposed amendment?
Yeah.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays on the amendment. Council discussion on the ordinance, if any? All right, no discussion.
I will say I've been advocating for Resor for a long time because it is a long, terrible street. And I tried to get it done through our last council for our Councilman Johnson, Craig. He lives on that street and he knows,
He lives in Harris.
well,
That's the side of the street.
he's on the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's only got 100 feet.
yeah. But it's a long, bad street. I travel it every day. So, thank y'all.
Now, I am going to ask a question. I do know, and we can double check before we go do this, the parish is back there doing a survey about replacing some water lines. Do we want to verify with them that they get these water lines replaced prior to us doing these streets, or did they replace what they needed to replace?
They've taken too long. They've been surveying
And
for
I don't
like
know if they
6
were
months.
surveying, I think they were surveying the Halsey area. I don't know if it was the Resort Street. It was
They went
Resort?
back there too.
No, they did all of Royal Land. They marked it up and everything.
They're
So we
gonna-
need to verify with them. I'm just saying,
let's
we don't
verify.
want to go spending money to replace the
Right.
street and have them come right back and then we're patching a brand new
Yeah.
street.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
I
we'll
agree.
absolutely verify.
I mean, of course, I don't want to delay our project, but I don't want to do it and have it patched right
If
after.
you look
You
at
wanna
some of
defer
the
this?
patches,
No,
No, I want to approve the
We'll
money, and
approve
we're
it.
just going to verify with
just
Yeah.
them.
administratively
because you
verified.
look at some of the patches the parish has made for water repairs, and they're,
Splendid, huh?
they're really substandard.
All right.
So, yeah, I think that's really a we shouldn't,
We should verify with them if
we
it's going to
shouldn't
happen quick.
resurface until
Let's
they do
work
their
on that.
part.
Move to approve as amended.
Okay, motion by Councilman Asbell to approve as amended for proposed ordinance number 2024-3. There was a second by Councilman Ricks. All in favor to approve?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Take a moment of personal privilege. I'm not sure why you guys are here. If y'all have a spokesman, I see y'all walking up. Send somebody up here.
All of y'all can come up.
Come on, y'all. All y'all can come on up here. Come on.
Boy Scout Troop 490.
Come on up. Come
Can
on
you
up.
come up to the podium?
Yeah, come on up so they can see you on TV.
Yeah, come up to the podium so folks can hear you.
I'm sorry that this was basically mind-numbing, and we went through so much
Pull that
stuff.
mic
but-
down so, because that way you'll get picked up. on the audio
Just
video.
announce who y'all are, what troop you with.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're Troop 490 for the Boy Scouts. We're basically doing this for community service. We gotta attend this meeting. So yeah, we basically just had to choose a topic and stuff. That's the main reason we're here.
And where y'all out of?
Where do y'all?
Where's your troops?
Troop?
Mary Magdalene.
St. Mary Magdalene.
Really?
Welcome to Harry.
Are you going to stay through the remainder of the meeting?
I don't know. Me and my mom might duck out soon, but
All right. If I can,
yeah.
That's not a bad.
if I can get somebody to stay, I have a gift for y'all, but if you have to stay to the remainder of the meeting. But if not, I'll send it to y'all some kind of way. It's the new Harahan lapel pins, just to make sure maybe y'all can put it on your banners as you got it. If you want to give me a moment, I can run and grab them now.
You know how many people you
You
have?
want to give me 1 second? Give me 1 second, I'll be right
How many
back.
people do you have?
7 kids here tonight.
7 kids.
12?
8 kids tonight.
Yes, good.
Oh, sorry, Daryl.
You left out this. You left
out
out
the
the old one
spokesman.
brave enough to come up and be on TV.
You should get a special merit patch for being brave enough to come up here.
Absolutely.
Public
What
speaking.
source is communication or?
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go. Public speaking.
Did you want to ask one question?
No, I don't really have too
Yeah, if
many.
y'all have any questions, ask.
We really do like each other sometimes. Most of us.
I guess I could ask, like, how many times do y'all, like, get into disagreements during these things? Like, sometimes y'all just want to get over it.
I got this one.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, there is a disagreement on a daily basis, but the important thing is to disagree and then move on to the next one and figure out the next solution for whatever you disagreed on, and whatever the next project is, to move on and talk about that. Don't hold the grudge, and I don't think any of us do that. So don't hold the grudge because they voted against your last one, move on to the next one.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, outside of here, we're all good friends, you know, we hang out. You know, up here, we disagree with some things, just like he said, we move right on and
And the whole logic about having 5 or 7 or 9 councilmen or councilwomen is you expect disagreement with the majority rules. So we have a lot of debate. People look at the same set of facts and they come up with a different opinion, oftentimes. We do it by majority rule. It's the way it should be done.
Right.
Good.
So you want to run for mayor one day?
He's gonna make Mayor's gonna make $93,000 in 7 years.
You get to sit in this chair.
Yeah, you get to make all the decisions, deal with all the responsibility.
Get all the complaint calls.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for coming out. Thank you guys very much for coming out. Sorry that was so long. If y'all want to come back out, you're more than welcome anytime. I mean, I'm here every day. If you guys want to come out and see the way it really works in day to day, I can give y'all a tour of the sewer plant and show you the big projects that we've been working on right now.
That's what you
It's
picked, the sewer
fascinating, and but it's something to see. It's amazing.
Not the jail, not the fire trucks.
Yeah, we can go see the police department, fire trucks. Listen, Councilman Asbill's forte is fire trucks and the fire department. Councilman Ricks works more with the police department. Councilman Chatelain works more with the playgrounds. Councilman Buddy is our contract guy. And Councilman Johnson, just here, he kind of adds a layer of experience because he's been the mayor, and he's going to let you know when he was the mayor how we did things.
age. He has age.
Yes.
Tenure.
I was being nice.
Call it tenure.
Tenure, there you go.
The real reason we're being so nice to you is because when you grow up, we want you to move to Harahan. It's a wonderful community. That's the real reason.
I want one of them to run for mayor. soon.
Wisdom comes with the age, that was the
Yes.
point.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Thank y'all.
You got anything else you want to add?
No, I think I've asked all I have to ask.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank y'all for your
Yes.
time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
And don't miss the boxing match after the council meeting in the back parking lot.
Thank you, guys.
Did y'all vote as amended?
Do we what?
Vote as amended?
Yes.
Okay, I missed that.
All right. On to the,
I'll
Yes,
watch,
5
I'll
yeas,
watch it on the video.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
Proposed ordinance number 2024-4. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain and seconded by Councilman, who would like that one? Ricks. An ordinance authorizing the allocation of capital funds for the emergency purchase of a new dewatering system for the wastewater treatment facility.
All right, anyone want to speak on proposed ordinance number 2024-4, please come to the podium. No one coming forth will now close public hearing. Council discussion?
Just a quick question. Is this something that we can take from ARPA rather than capital? This is the
2024-4,
the uncovered amount
the
on the
Rolex.
Rolex.
Can-
We can, and I'm going to try to make the debate with the legislature that this was an emergency purchase. If we do that, I have a chance of recovering it. If we declare it from ARPA, I have 0 chance of recovering it.
Okay. I know we're running up on a time frame to spend ARPA money, and so I want to spend what we can on that,
And you guys have the choice of how we spend it.
because we're going to start spending this. Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I just think we have an opportunity to get this back.
Okay.
Being as an emergency declaration.
All good with it.
when's our deadline on ARPA?
It's coming up like February, March 25. But unless they've extended it. Yeah, you have to dedicate it by 25 and spend it by 26 or something like that. So unless they've
That
extended
helps.
it again.
That helps.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Yeah.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
Proposed ordinance number 2024-5. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain and seconded by Councilman, who would like that?
Second.
Asbell, sorry. An ordinance amending ordinance number 1990, the annual budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024, for the capital project fund of the city of Harahan, Louisiana, for City Hall trim lights.
Okay, we'll open for public hearing, proposed ordinance number 2024-5. Anyone want to come speak for, no one coming to speak forward, we'll close public hearing. We'll have council discussion on proposed ordinance number 2024-5.
Trim lights, that the lights that you put like on your house? Why would we put them on City Hall?
This wasn't my request.
I'm a speaker. I get that question asked all the time, why we're not decorating for the holidays, 4th of July,
Yep.
President's Day, Christmas, all of this stuff. And I basically explain to people, it costs money for our maintenance guys to come out there and decorate. We don't have the lights. You put the lights up, they break. When you take them down, they break. They last a year. You got to go out and buy new lights. I feel if you put these lights up, they're going to come with a warranty. You'll have the lights up. You'll be able to change it from Christmas to New Year's to 4th of July, Independence Day. You know, you go on and on for any holidays.
They're on the roof, aren't they on the top of the roof?
That'd be along the edges, all the way around the whole City
So,
Hall.
I know we don't decorate anymore. We used to always decorate, put the Christmas ribbons around the poles, they used to put the lights up, and I don't know why we quit doing that, but that nothing to do with lights. I mean, when you do that, I mean, you can put lights around around the doors and stuff like that. I mean, we don't even have the lights under the canopy working. I mean, I go out there after the council meeting last month, and it was dark underneath there. The lights don't even
So,
work underneath the canopy.
I think they're working on getting that fixed when they finish painting underneath. I think them went out when they were working on the roof. So I believe that's going to be fixed because they took photo cells off the side when they replaced the siding. So I believe that's going to be fixed as soon as we get the building painted and they put that back up.
To spend $10,000 on lights on top of the roof, I think that's a waste of money myself.
Well,
I'm
I think if we
against
want to
it.
be first class, we got to look first class.
That's not first class, that's just adding lights on the top of the roof. I don't think that's necessary myself.
So as to on top of the roof, I was thinking they
It'd
were
be
going to go around the
underneath.
fence.
It's underneath.
Right around the edge of
It's
the
on the
roof.
soffit, yeah,
Okay,
the edge of the
okay,
roof line,
they're not
yeah.
going to be,
No,
gotcha.
right
Okay,
along
thank
the
you for the,
edge.
Yeah.
thank you for that
What is
clarification.
the warranty?
Lifetime.
They say lifetime, but I guess until that company goes out of business.
Right.
You know, them lifetime warranties all.
Just to kind
But,
of.
I mean, I've seen them numerous places. I know it's kind of new to this area, but, I mean, I've been seeing them around 4 or 5 years. People I talk to haven't had problems with them. I mean, I don't install them, guys, so it's not me. I just think
It's a lot of.
I think it looks good.
A lot of people ask, why are y'all not decorating? Why we don't hang lights? Why we don't? I mean, a lot of people, Skinner is really doing a phenomenal job of decorating and hanging lights everywhere and for every event and.
I don't think
and,
anything to do with decorating for Christmas and Easter and stuff like that. I think you put ribbon, you know, you put stuff on Christmas around the poles and stuff like that. We used to decorate the poles and put up different stuff and Christmas lights and stuff, not a string of lights across the top of the building.
But we have maintenance, instead of maintenance coming here putting these lights up, they're cutting grass, making other repairs. I think,
Eric, they used to do that all the
I
time.
think $10,370 is not that bad of a move to accommodate us to have decorative lighting.
I think it's a waste of money.
I would move to make an amendment to line 19 to scratch out the words not to exceed $15,000.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's confusing.
Yeah.
So I second.
We have a motion by Councilman Asbill to change line 19 to read into record, Councilman Asbill?
It,
Just to eliminate the words not to exceed $15,000 in parentheses.
Okay, we have a second by Councilman Buddy. All in favor, as read into record by Councilman Asbill for the amendment?
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nay.
4 yeas, 1 nay. Ordinance is amended. Okay, any more council discussion on the ordinance?
I would like to know, what do you think it cost us if we were to decorate, wrap the poles, do all the things that they had done in the
Nothing,
past?
you had all the stuff there.
What do you think it cost the city a year to do that? If we had to decorate, if you sent the crew out to decorate, what do you think? it
If we had
cost us?
maintenance come decorate,
Yeah. With the lights and the ribbons and everything else.
I mean, hopefully we save and reuse stuff, which I don't know if stuff we have still. I mean, I have a little bit of stuff which gets beat up over time.
Right.
I mean, I think you're looking at $1,000 every time you decorate for a holiday.
And this is,
So how many holidays you have a
this is
year?
a lifetime project.
Well,
It's
he says
$10,000.
lifetime, I'm not holding lifetime.
Yeah, but I'm just saying-
And you still, even after you have this, you still might have maintenance come throw a little decorations up here and there, but I just think it's,
I guess what I'm asking.
first-class
is,
deal,
if we-
and it's
if
gonna
we-
look good, and it's
If we
gonna
make an
last.
investment, do we save the payroll and the time?
I believe you do.
That's my question.
And I don't know about which ones y'all approved, because y'all picked a vendor on this, but mine or Lifetime.
So I know we have this quote, but I mean, we could get more
You
quotes.
can get other quotes?
Yeah,
I'd like you to do that.
yeah, we could get other quotes. I mean,
Sure.
we could approve, you know,
Yeah, there's no reason. we shouldn't.
10,370, and we get other quotes, and they come back cheaper, they come back cheaper.
Right.
May I say? Do you think that having lights across the top of the building is going to be Christmassy? I mean, we always used to have ribbons and stuff on the door, lights along the doors and stuff. Having lights across the top of the buildings, it's not going to be Christmassy to me.
Well, it's
I'd
gonna-
rather
it's
see
gonna add to-
decorations.
It's going to add to the holiday.
And you have the maintenance people, they have time in the day to come over here and put stuff up. It's not, they work from 7 to 3:30 every day, and they have time, and they have the crews over there, they have enough men back there. It's not gonna cost the city any more money for them to come take care of that during the day, because they don't have that much during the day keeping them busy, all of them keeping them busy, where they can't take time out of their day to come over here and do that. So I just think it's a waste of money, and we have other things we can do with capital money than size put up lights on a building.
I'll make a motion to call for the vote.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Chatelain, second by Councilman Asbill to call for the vote on proposed ordinance number 2024-5. All in favor?
Yay.
Nay.
Yay.
3 yeas,
4 yeas.
4 yeas, 1 nay. Madam Clerk, thank you.
I feel like
Thank you,
Tommy
guys.
Bloody today.
Congratulations.
Proposed ordinance number 2024-6. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain and seconded by Councilman, who would like that one?
Second.
Asbill. An ordinance declaring a public emergency in connection with an emergency repair of the city's antiquated sewer collection system and ratifying an additional expenditure estimated to be approximately $161,062 of American Rescue Plan Act funds, and to otherwise provide with respect thereto.
This is money we received from
For the lights?
state?
No, no, no. I'm talking about the lights.
Oh,
This is in Woodland, this is actually money that we got from.
This is in reference to the previous
Yeah, this is in
discussion
reference to the difference
on
of
the
the.
juniors contract that we're going to have a special meeting on, correct, Mayor?
So is this proposed ordinance, my question, is this something we should save for the special meeting?
Well,
What is this?
let me change all of this to capital funds. Councilman Asbill, what are you thinking about, Mike, Councilman Riggs asked the question of, should we save proposed ordinance number 2024-6 for the special meeting?
Because they're relational.
Sure. Let's do that. I have no idea what's about, to be honest with you. I don't.
Well, what happens
We
is, it's
can
in
do
difference
this.
too, so what happens, we took some money from, what, Colonial? Yeah.
so yeah, we need to amend this ordinance. Everywhere it says to change from capital. No. It says ARPA, we need to change to capital.
So just this amends
It's just
the
amendments.
proposed
Make
ordinance?
an amendment and then send the amended version to the special meeting.
Correct. We need to amend it today.
All right,
Everywhere it says ARPA, we need to change to capital.
okay, so we're going to call for,
Yeah, he moves that amendment, I'll second the amendment.
okay,
Okay.
call for a vote.
We'll open for public hearing. Anyone want to speak forward on proposed ordinance 2024-6? No one coming forward. Council has discussed. We'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
Yeah,
To
move
the
defer-
amendment,
Move
the
to
amendment
defer to the
passed.
special meeting,
Okay,
whatever we call that.
Okay.
second.
Sufficient. Second.
Amendment passes.
The
And
amendment
he made a
passes
motion to move this to the
5-0.
special meeting as soon as we decide a date.
Okay.
And I'll second that motion.
So we have a motion by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Buddy, to move proposed ordinance 2024-6 to special date meeting. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
Ordinances for introduction. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Johnston. Proposed ordinance 2024-7, an ordinance to amend and reordain ordinance number 53, Sewage District Number 1 of the City of Harahan and the Harahan Municipal Code, Chapter 90, Article 2, Division 2, User Charges, Section 90-58, Schedule of Charges providing for a reduced user charge for services rendered by the said Sewage District. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain. Proposed ordinance number 2024-8, an ordinance to repeal ordinance number 1367, providing a car allowance for the mayor in its entirety. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain. Proposed ordinance number 2024-9, an ordinance to repeal ordinance number 1046, limiting the number of terms of office which any elected official may serve in its entirety. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain. Proposed ordinance 2024-10, an ordinance authorizing the City of Harahan to meet state requirements for capital outlay funding for the purpose of emergency sewer collection and treatment system overhaul, planning, and construction. Old business number 1, planning and zoning board appointment.
Anyone have any zoning board appointments?
I do not.
No one. Madam Clerk, please defer.
Just on a side note, I will talk to, there was some confusion on the Board of Adjustments. The way that board works is there's 5 appointments and 2 alternates. When the last 2 people who were appointed, and I talked to the city attorney about this, the logical way to do that, we thought there were openings. There were no permanent openings. There were only alternate openings. So the last 2 appointments were Mr. Hoffman and Ms. LaGreco. So they are serving as alternates. However, if we want to put them on the planning and zoning to serve as full-time planning and zoning rather than alternates on Board of Appeals, that might be a good time to do this so that they're actually serving and not serving as an alternate.
I'm fine with that if they're agreeable to
Well,
it.
Mr. Hoffman was on planning and zoning,
Yeah.
and we moved him to,
Yeah.
Right, so we can put them back
okay?
if
Yeah,
we wanted
he's-
to.
If he's
but
agreeable to it.
Just to think about that before the next meeting so that we can get that done, if that's something that, because I don't want them to feel unused if they're looking to volunteer.
Yeah.
Aren't we having trouble getting people planning and zoning? I mean, for a Board of
Board
Adjustment?
of Adjustments is full.
It's full plus 2.
full plus 2 alternates.
So everybody's showing up now?
Well, I don't know if they're showing up,
I mean,
but it's
that's the
last
problem.
meeting-
We don't have, like, guys not showing up,
No, but
Pat's not showing
You
up.
got turnover. The last meeting, you got the minute.
Who showed up the last meeting?
Wait a minute, wait. We got the last meeting. Board of Adjustments, present. Kidduck, Case, Jue, Hoffman, LaGreco.
The Greco's one of the ones they want to take off again.
no, nobody's wanting.
No, we're not saying take
I'm not
off.
trying to take her off.
Well, you're saying you want to put it on planning and zoning.
I'm saying she's serving as an alternate right now.
Well, you had 5 people show up and 2 of them were the alternates.
Right.
That's
what I'm
perfect.
saying. You're not having people show up. That's what I'm saying.
Personal emergency, so it didn't have the time to come last night. They had 5 people there that were there that voted.
What is your name?
Foster Wade. I've been at every other one that they've had, but I had a personal emergency that had me out of town last night.
Well, I'm not saying anything against you. I'm just saying they've been having trouble getting 5 people there.
We've been having.
You're having 2 or 3. I mean, they
Mr.
had 3,
Johnson,
they had
They've been having
2.
4 to 5
Mr. Johnson, my only point is that if they want to serve as alternates, they can serve as alternates. If they want to go to planning and zoning, they can go to planning and zoning.
I just want to make sure they have enough people because
That's
the
fine.
variance, they've been having a lot of trouble getting people
I
in.
We
understand.
have enough
I
people.
understand.
Planning and
When you
zoning
appointed
needs
Ms. LaGreco, you didn't know that she was going to be an alternate, so I'm giving you the option of leaving her as an alternate.
No, I don't care. I'm just
Okay.
saying, I want to make sure they have enough people
Fair
on the
enough.
variance board because they haven't had enough people there.
Got it.
And don't take it personal. I'm not talking anything about you. I'm just saying, y'all been having trouble getting people to the meetings.
Right.
They had 3 people at the meeting and Richard Kidd had abstained on 1 vote. They had 2 people vote on a vote the other day on Joe Viola's fence. They had 2 people vote on it. I mean, I'm just saying they're not having enough people show up. They need to have a full board. And we're having trouble getting that. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who shows, as long as they have 5 people.
So,
That's all I'm
so I have a
saying.
question.
You appointed somebody under the.
Well, I mean, if she wants to stay as an alternate, that's fine. I don't care.
You appointed somebody under the auspice that there was an open seat on the full board. There wasn't. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. So
That's
that-
fine. That's fine. Jason, I don't
That's
care.
great. I'm glad it's fine, Mr.
I don't
Paul.
care. You voted against, I don't care.
Okay, so we have,
As long as they have a full board.
it's enough. Let's move
As long
forward.
as they have a full board.
It's
I don't
enough,
care.
it's enough.
I don't
Let's
care.
move forward, it's enough.
What the hell's wrong with you, boy?
It's enough. It's been going on all night, and I've been patient. It's enough. Let's move forward. Thank you. All right, a motion, Councilman Asbill made a motion to defer. Councilman Chatelain second. All in favor to defer?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk.
New business number 1, Todd Turnion, Finance Director, monthly financials.
Good evening, Council, Mayor. Brief update from the finance team. We continue to work on the closeout at December 31st in preparation for the audit. We are scheduled mid-April for the auditors to come in, do their annual work for a couple weeks. The sales tax amounts continue to be on budget. We got the most recent collection yesterday, and that's for the fire department sales tax and the city's overall sales tax as well. We also continue to meet with FEMA every 2 weeks. I think there's perhaps a growing level of frustration. We continue to meet, continue to provide the information, and we continue not to be able to bring some of these project worksheets and some of these projects to closure. So we'll continue to meet with them, but we may be getting with the mayor on some feedback and thoughts on alternative ways we may be able to try to move this forward, because the FEMA reimbursements have been very slow over the past 12 months. Other than the initial debris removal that we did receive over a year ago now, it's been extremely limited.
Todd, do we know, is this a systemic problem that other communities are having? They're not picking on our submittals?
Our understanding is that it's a systemic, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. But also just wanted to make the council know and the citizens that we're responding, we're in meetings with them every 2 weeks, we're addressing all of their numerous questions and working to bring this to an end and/or resolution. But I think there's perhaps a growing sense of some frustration on the city's part.
We've received some FEMA closeouts, or we've received some FEMA money. Is any of our submittals closed?
So the only projects, I would say very few, if any, project worksheets or PWs from IDA have been closed out. We've received some partial payments on the debris removal, which occurred in the immediate months after the hurricane. And I'm sure there's some small PWs that have been closed out, but the larger ones have not been. And we continue to work on resolution on.
For some odd reason, I'll add a little bit, for some reason, we're supplying them with every single thing that they're asked for. We brought so much engineering into this, it's been unbelievable. And for some odd reason, on the fire station, we're literally going backwards. And it's becoming incredibly frustrating. I've never seen nothing like it. I don't want to down any kind of other government agency, but it doesn't seem like they're doing anything to work on behalf of municipalities. And for them, what I'm being told, we're way further ahead than a lot of others. So I can only imagine what some of the other communities that are dealing with from what, we have our representative, Ralph Brandt from the school board here. I don't know where you guys are on that, but I'm sure it probably ain't not similar to us. It's just been, we've even had a FEMA consultant, what do you call it, reassigned. Because, it was to the point, Mr. Tom, where they wasn't even telling the truth anymore. And at one point, we actually was on a Zoom with them, and their text messages were popping up on a monitor as they were talking to one another inside the meeting, asking one another, hey, are you having fun yet? And the other one going, this is, whatever, and it's just been something like I've never seen before. Now, we're very persistent, and we stay on top of it, but look, we're not going to give up. We're not.
Great, thank you.
And just to update, they say we need to be at 51%.
That's correct.
That's on the firehouse.
Yeah, on the
Just-
fire, they
that's the
said we
issue.
had 48.8, but then they said didn't add all of this other stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they come up
The
with their
struggle with the
numbers and how they
firehouse
work on
right
it.
now is
Yeah.
because they don't want to accept bringing it up to code. That's the big struggle at the moment, I believe, and bringing it up to code when we rebuild has to be a part of the equation. And for some reason, that's
So-
becoming a sticking point.
No engineers are gonna sign off on it, not bringing it up.
So then now when no engineer will sign off
No
on it, then the
contractor
PW's
will
never
do it.
funded.
Yeah.
And it's just been that. It's been something special. And any of y'all are free to sit in on these meetings. You will, it is mind numbing. But listen, every other Monday at 2 o'clock, we have them. And we just had this Monday pass, so next Monday we won't. We'll meet the Monday after. But you're free to sit in. Maybe it'd be awesome if you guys do sit in and catch something maybe
Our
I'm
fire
missing.
station, they're trying to get us on a technicality.
The only one I don't want sitting in is Councilman Ricks, maybe, because I'm sure he's going to rip phones out the wall and everything else when he
Maybe
says
we
into some
won't
of these
sit in
meetings.
and,
I know how to get things done.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the firehouse, each meeting, there's some update, and the percentage might change slightly. It's been at 49 point something, 48 point something, 47, it just wiggle waggles based on some new information that comes up in each
Point
subsequent
of
meeting.
interest, does it have to be 50%, above 50%, or does it have to be 51%?
So I'll ask the clerk just to confirm, but I think it's 50.0001, anything
So
greater than
above
50%.
50%.
Yeah,
And for the public, the distinction is whether we get a new fire station or we repair the old one, correct?
That is
correct.
At
Correct.
50.1%, or anything over 50% damage, we get a new station. And that's the law, and municipalities
Correct.
take advantage of that when it's appropriate, and we're trying to take advantage of that.
Correct.
And our staff has been working diligently on this, so.
Yeah, there's no argument that it wasn't substantially damaged. It's just trying to get over the 50%, that 50% number.
So, the gym, status of the gym claim, where is,
I might ask the city clerk to opine on that, if she can give any input. I was not on the meeting on Monday.
Our
No.
main discussion was the fire station.
Yeah.
I don't recall what the gym was.
I will,
Status of-
yeah.
of the gym construction, I don't know about the claim, but the construction is.
3 weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks. They're actually in post-construction cleanup mode. They'll be dusting everything down from top of the goals to the floor, doing a full clean out of the old concession stand, including the fryers and the appliances in there, waxing the floors, and then we're ready for a ribbon cutting.
And Councilman Chatelain and Asbill, thank y'all for being so involved in that. How much have we spent on the gym, roughly?
Yeah, roughly close to $500,000.
And how much have we received from FEMA?
Roughly
Say
So the citizens
exactly
have to know
zero,
I
not,
want to say we
not, not roughly.
that after 2+ years, with getting no money from FEMA for obvious damages, the city was able to scrape together $500,000 to get the gym up and running, so our children of our community
Can
will
stay
have a
home.
gym,
Now,
have a playground.
I will say, just so y'all know, we did get a blessing from FEMA to do this, to start this work. And if I understand right, if we start work at the fire station, we lose all options to have any funding come from them. That's the reason we
Correct.
haven't
We have
started.
not gotten that.
I believe that's
Also,
correct.
to renovate the fire station is going to be a lot more than $1 million or $750,000 to do everything we need to do there. Not that we prioritize the kids over the firemen, it's just we're working to get the funding from FEMA still, and we didn't get the blessing from them to do that work. And that's why we prioritized we didn't
That's what
prioritize the playground over the fire station, just
FEMA did
to
that.
let everybody know. That's the way it worked for
Prioritized
us.
Recreation over fire.
And another point of clarification, I think the fire department's not in their permanent home, but they've got reasonable accommodations, so the fire department's functioning.
Functioning,
Playground
not
was
comfortable.
The gym was not functioning at all.
I mean,
So,
fire department's functional, but not comfortable.
I agree.
I mean, I
agree.
don't wish that on them guys.
No, we don't, and
You
we
know, I
want
wish we
to
could get them
change it
more,
as quickly
and
as we can, but they are
It's a timely
manning-
matter that we're working on
They've
every
got a
day.
building, a temporary building, but we don't have anything temporary for the gym. The gym's zero. There's no basketball or volleyball going on. The children aren't having the benefit of a community with a gym.
Correct.
So that's why we spent $500,000, and it took so long we had to come up with $500,000. That's a lot of money in the city of Harahan with no reimbursement.
I do have a point of some good news. I spoke with Councilman Van Vranken today and Councilman Bonanno, and through the parish allotting the city of Harahan $200,000 to do some of those repairs, there was a changing of the guard, and a lot of things had to be moved around and shuffled around, and Councilman Van Vranken and Councilman Bonanno worked together to make sure that we're going to continue to get that $200,000. Councilman Bonanno is going to give us $100,000 out of his budget, and Councilman Van Vranken's going to give us $100,000 out of her budget. So they wanted to make sure that we were still going to get that money. I just got that confirmation this evening, and so I very much want to thank the both of them for working together, working for Harahan and working for the children of Harahan. So I want to make sure I say thank you for that.
Is that in addition to,
That's not in addition to.
that's the funds that were originally allocated by former Councilman Template?
That's correct. But Councilman Van Vranken and Councilman Bonanno
Confirmed it.
are going to confirm that we are going to get it, just
Still get the funding.
the funding will be there, just a little
Well, I'd
bit of a
hope so.
different way.
Thank you, I'd hope so, I just wanted to clarify.
Thank you.
New business number 2, the St. Rita Dads Club members respectfully request permission to sell beer and wine at the annual car show. The festival will be held this year on Saturday, April 13th, 2024, from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. All proceeds from the car show will be used for charitable purposes benefiting St. Rita Parish.
Okay, anybody want to speak on proposed business number 2, St. Rita Car Show? Please come forward. No one coming forward. We'll go to council discussion.
No discussion.
No council discussion. All in favor?
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
New business number 3, a letter from Judith Romaine on behalf of St. Rita requesting assistance in planning the annual May crowning procession. The procession is scheduled for Sunday, May 5th, 2024, after the 11:30 a.m. Mass. In the past, the city of Harahan has been most gracious to provide barricades and/or a police escort as we process around the block.
Okay, anybody want to speak on new business number 3? Please come to the podium. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion.
You know,
I would have
I'm sorry, go ahead,
I
Councilman.
was going
You
to
go
say, I would
first.
approve contingent upon police department's approval.
Yeah, I spoke to him, he called me and I kind of went over with him. He said he was going to do whatever they needed to do to make it work.
So what we've done in the past is we've approved it contingent upon the police chief approval. So is that appropriate here? I would think it is.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes.
Sounds like he's ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, so council, all in favor of contingent upon police chief agreeing to everything's in line?
Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
New business number 4, a letter from Judith Romaine on behalf of St. Rita requesting assistance in planning for the annual Feast of Corpus Christi procession. The procession is scheduled for Saturday, June 10th, 2023, after the 4 p.m. Mass.
June 1st or June 10th?
June 1st.
Okay.
June 1st.
So June 1st, Madam Clerk?
Yes, June 1st.
Has the chief commented on this one?
Yeah, he had called me to let me know he wasn't coming, and I told him that these things were going to be on the agenda, and he said that we would do whatever, he would do whatever they needed to make it
And I
work.
Well, now-
suggest we vote on it as,
Okay, we'll open for public hearing. Anyone come to speak forth on new business number 4? No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Again, we're asking for approval on this new business number 4, contingent on the chief of police making sure that everything is secured.
Yay.
All in favor?
yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk?
New business number 5, high and low content ABO application for McKinley's located at 2229 Hickory Avenue for Justin Cooley and Sarah Cooley.
Okay, this one was added from the floor. Anyone wanting to come speak on proposed new business number 5? No one coming forth. Now we'll close. Council discussion.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the topic?
It is high
Yeah. I lost it.
New owner for McKinley's.
Yeah, okay.
The owner's
I thought I
actually
saw
here.
it before.
You want to come? Well,
Thank
there
you.
go.
I thought I saw it
New
before.
owner's
Come on.
here. If you have any questions,
We didn't close it
come
yet, so
up,
I'll
introduce yourself.
Yeah, come on up and introduce yourself.
Council, Mr. Mayor, I'm Justin Cooley. My wife and I purchased McKinley's earlier this month, and just looking forward to being a part of
Trying to get it
business
open.
community. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you and welcome to Harahan.
I'm excited to have some competition down there to.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that thing just being,
Nothing wrong with a little dive bar.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
you got it. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And Carrie, we do have police chief's approval and all, so basically we approve.
But so I think we approve it the same way, subject to the chief's.
He approved it. I talked to Joe, everything was good.
Okay, all in favor?
Yay.
A 5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk.
New business number 6, call for a special meeting and set the agenda.
Let's get the calendars up.
I am busy next Wednesday.
There's my phone. Oh, there it is. What you doing with my phone, Mike?
Can we do it the week after Easter?
We can do it the week after Easter. It's fine. It'd be better for me too, man.
What is it?
The week, April, it'd be early April.
April 3rd, 4th, 5th, one of those.
Yeah, I'm good on all 3 days as well.
So I'm sorry, say again.
April 3rd, 3, 4, 5.
I'd rather not go 5, but 2,
Three and
3,
You want to go
4.
out that far?
What about 3 and 4? We just hope we better not have an emergency between here and there, but it's okay.
It's only an extra week.
That's fine. It works good for me too, by the way.
I'm available Wednesday, April 3rd.
How about April 3rd, Councilman Chatterley? April 3rd, Councilman Ricks, April 3rd?
April 3rd, what is that?
Wednesday, April 3rd?
Okay, Wednesday, what time?
Excuse me, council, are you gonna need camera for that?
We may, need yes.
Yes.
I teach Wednesdays at LSU.
All right, so what about Thursday, April 4th?
Thursdays on.
You good? Huh? I'm good April 4th as well?
I'm good on the 4th.
Good, good. 5:30,
Paul?
6:30?
You good?
Y'all want to do it at 6:30?
Whatever time y'all want.
All right. All right, so we're going to go, Madam Clerk,
Let's-
April,
Let's do 6.
all right, perfect.
It's hard for me to pick
Yeah.
my wife up at work.
Okay,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. 6:30. Paul would prefer. So,
okay.
6:30 works.
Tuesday, April
All right.
4th,
Here's the,
Thursday, April 4th, 6:30 PM.
here's the motion. I move to call a special meeting on Thursday, April 4th at 6:30 PM and set the agenda as proposed ordinance number 2024-10, proposed resolution 2024-6, and proposed ordinance 2024 dash, I don't have the number on it, but the other one we deferred. Carrie?
I think it was 6.
Couldn't have been 6, it was an ordinance.
2024-6, the emergency ordinance.
Okay, was it 6? Okay. 2024, and proposed ordinance 2024-6.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Adel.
Wait, the
I'm sorry.
resolution.
And 2024-6 as well. And have the council and mayor waive notice.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Asbill, second by Councilman Chatterley, to set new business for April 4th at 6:30 PM with a waived notice. All in favor? Yay.
Yay.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Madam Clerk,
Address the council.
anyone in the audience want to address the council, please come forward, state your name and at that podium. Mr. Brandt, just come say hi. This is our school board representative, Mr. Ralph Brandt. We're very lucky to have him.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council. I can empathize with what the finance director was talking to y'all. We sent a delegation up to Washington last week to meet with the congressmen and senators. Our needs are probably about 10 times. We're talking about close to $500 million that they owe right now, and we're not even getting the check is in the mail. But I know the game also gets to the point of if a project is over $1 million, then you have to wait until all of your I's and T's are dotted and crossed. If it's under, then they're a little bit more willing to give you the thumbs up. But we're like you, doggedly approaching everything that we need to do to get the money, because ultimately it's not anything but educating the kids, and we've got to have the dollars to do that. I'm appreciative of all that Chief LaPrey and that you as the administrators for the city of Harahan help us do for Harahan Elementary and the other schools in Jefferson Parish. Y'all all have my number, I believe, to reach me if there's ever a problem. Please, feel free to reach out. I'm here to work with y'all to make sure that the education for our kids here in Harahan and the rest of District 7 are top-notch.
Thank you.
So I thank y'all for all y'all do.
Yes, thank you very much.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
coming.
All right, we'll close address to council. Madam Clerk?
Secretary's report for February 2024, total revenues $965,292.79. Reports.
Council Chief LaPree's not here, Chief St. Cyr's not here, Councilman Asbill?
Just briefly, we discussed the playground. That was going to be one of my updates, but also more updates at the playground. The Harahan 10U soccer team are the parish champions.
What? You didn't tell me that, yeah.
The Harahan 15U soccer team were parish runner-ups. The Harahan track is competing in 27 events this weekend at the parish championships. There's a lot of recreation stuff going on. Right now, Tulane Bowling is hosting the Conference USA tournament at Colonial Bowling Alley. It's free. And also Vic Hernandez, who trains at Kingfish here in Harahan on Hickory, recently won the North American Boxing Association Featherweight Championship.
Wow.
So we got a lot of recreation going on in the city, and we are open for business on the recreation side of things, and we're excited that the gym's going to be coming open real soon and getting online. And look, the way the parish is realigning their recreation department, that's going to open up some opportunities for to bring in new families to our playgrounds. And so I think we need to capitalize on that as much as possible to show people what Harahan's about. Thank you, and happy Easter.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Councilman Asbill. Councilman Buddy?
No report.
Councilman Chatelain?
No report.
Councilman Johnston?
Just want to ask one question, Mayor. Last meeting, you said when we took over the sewer plant, we saved how much money?
Well, the sewer, when Veolia was charging us right over 40,000, it was about 40,000. I'm be guessing numbers offhand. I want to think it was closer to $45,000 a month.
How much we saved when we took it over?
We saved the 45,000 we ain't paying them. We're a little bit, I mean, we're investing money into it now. The only thing we're paying, I don't have the exact
employees.
numbers, but the only thing we're paying right now is whatever we need to fix it and the 2 employees.
So you don't know how much we saving?
I can get the math for you.
I was just, because I thought you said 30,000, that's why, a month, I thought you said last
Probably.
meeting.
It's going to be close to
It's
that.
probably close to that.
Yeah.
The thing is, the challenges that we're having is that the plant needs a lot of attention, and it's gonna be the storm before the calm, and that's what we're dealing with right now. And if we can get really good and working with the state, and we're very appreciative of the money that we got, but it seems like the goalposts are constantly being moved, and the way things are changing, and it's learning processes as well. It's so legal and so bureaucratic, and it's just learning, and so we need to just get, and I felt myself, but just getting better at the process of learning how to secure the funding. We have been awarded $4,705,000. It's about learning the process of drawing it down, and that's why I'm trying to expedite some of these things, because I'm learning as we go. I'm thinking it's been like every other things that they would send the city the ACH. Well, we're sitting here waiting for the ACH, which never came, and they gave me the opportunity to get back involved this session with State Senator Talbot and State Senator Cameron Henry, and they actually got us before the state attorneys that deal with this water sector and sewer funding to try to start understanding the process.
Last Tuesday.
And so right now, we're still at a point where we need so many things for the plant, but we have the money there with the 75-25 match. We just got to make sure we're following the processes of drawing it down to the exact dot of every I and the exact cross of every T, so where it doesn't get kicked back. And so that's the haste. It's just trying to move forward. And you have to have an engineer, and then that comes through an engineer, which actually puts your plan in place. Then you have to follow that plan in place without amending, even though we are trying to amend some of it. And then it has to go through a project manager, which then in turn goes through the state to get the funding, which actually then comes back through the Secretary of State's office, which then we may get the ACOH at some point. So you got to be, like even today, I just learned that we have to start asking our vendors that we need 90 days to get them paid. We can't do it in 30. So and that's going to be another hard ask. No one wants to get paid in 90 days with the economy that we live in now. But in order to get some of these things done, it's just, they're going to have to work with us. And I'm trying to, I'm learning as I don't know it all, but I'm learning as I go. And when the projects start to get this big, the vendors that are dealing on projects this scale do have an understanding that that 90-day window is usually the norm. So it's just a lot. It's a lot of moving parts, and I don't mean to be, to rush anything on anyone. And I really appreciate the special meeting because right now we have an outfall motor, a fluid pump, which actually pumps our water to the river. There's 3 of them at the plant. One's been Frankenstein put together that's limping along. One's in good working order. One is completely out. So we need to get that other affluent pump back in, and it's $150,000. And I'm going to hold down to the very second on having to buy this so I can get it into the system the correct way. So it'll become a 75-25 match.
And this special meeting next week is going to help us with that. Basically, that's why we're trying to get this approved. Last Tuesday, when we went up to the Capitol, Senator Henry walked us into 2 ladies' office.
2 attorneys.
They basically showed us how to cross the Ts and dot the Is. And that's what we're asking for at this special meeting, to get these contracts in place. So hopefully we could do that. If we spend the money prior to doing this, it's not going towards our match.
It's on us.
When you go up there, does Scott go with y'all, or do you have a lobbyist up there with y'all?
I have a lobbyist, yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
I have my lobby. Look, my lobbyist gets me through the door. From there, I take it. And I'm very well knowledged on the topics that I'm going in. And
Yeah, but you do need a lobbyist.
I do.
Yeah.
I know you know.
Senator Henry walked us straight to these ladies'
do need a
office.
lobbyist.
Yeah. Well, I didn't need a lobbyist that day because I had the president of the Senate walk me into the office. So
I know
that was
Cameron's
incredible.
got the
And
Senate.
it helped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot.
I know that. I know.
So, and it's about relationships, Mr. Paul. It's the
I know that.
relationships that we have.
I know that. So,
Councilman Ricks?
I would just like to thank everybody who participated tonight, especially the Cub Scout troop came and viewed the thing, and tell everybody Happy Easter.
oh yeah, I'm sorry. Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Council, I'm gonna throw a wrench in this thing real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do something a little unusual and ask for a motion to reconsider proposed ordinance 2024-5, which is the lights around the top. If we reconsider that, right now it's coming out of capital, and I would have done it, but I want it coming out of ARPA. Just so we can spend some more of that money and get it dedicated and spent and save our capital fund.
Man, maybe we get Mr. Paul on board.
No. Mr. Paul against
Scott,
lights.
is that doable? Can we go back and reconsider?
Meeting's been adjourned.
No, was the meeting adjourned?
No, I didn't adjourn. the
Not
meeting. I
yet.
haven't even-
You didn't adjourn? That's right, that's true. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to vote to reconsider proposed ordinance number
2024-5.
2024-5. We're only voting to reconsider, second
We're
by
only voting to
Councilman Ricks. We'll open
reconsider.
for public
You can
hearing.
still vote no
No
on-
one coming
on
forth. All right,
reconsideration.
we have a motion to reconsider.
That way it comes out the ARPA money, which we got to use by 2025.
All in favor of reconsidering?
All in favor to reconsider?
Yay.
Yay.
Nay.
4 yeas, 1 nay.
Gotta stay nay, I gotta stay nay.
Okay.
That's all right.
The
So,
floor is yours.
I move to amend proposed ordinance 2024-5, that everywhere it says capital project fund, we insert ARPA fund or American Rescue Plan Act funds.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill. What is that ordinance one more time? I'm sorry.
2024-5.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilman Asbill to amend proposed ordinance number 2024-5 to read into the record as, one more time, can you lay it on me?
Everywhere it says capital project fund, to insert American Rescue Plan Act or ARPA.
And we have a second by Councilman Ricks. We're open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. Council discussion.
Excuse me, do you also need to change the ledger account codes?
Yes.
I don't have those, but if you can
And-
make that amendment.
And change the corresponding account codes.
Okay, so we'll also add it before, because we didn't vote on that, so we'll add, change this corresponding account code. We'll open for public hearing, make sure, nobody coming forth, and now we'll close public hearing. All in favor?
Of the
Yay.
amendment.
Of the
Of
amendment?
the
Yay.
amendment? Yep.
Yay.
Yay.
Nay.
4 yeas, 1 nay. Amendment passes. Councilman Asbill?
Move to approve as amended.
Move to approve proposed ordinance 2024-5, second by Councilman Chatelain. All in favor?
Yay.
Nay.
4 yeas. The Grinch said nay. Madam Clerk.
What you said, I didn't hear that.
Do you have a report?
I said the Grinch said nay.
Did you have a report, Mayor Barry?
I just want to wish everybody a happy Easter, and in the upcoming weeks, the Chief of Staff and myself all working on a financial report and a financial presentation to show you exactly what we've done in the past, just to kind of maybe let everyone reflect on the money that we have, just get some clarity out in the Republic. But Councilman Rick's figures are right. We have collected in the city a little less than 12 million in the 5 years that I've been here, with our signature probably on about another 10 million plus, and that's not counting any FEMA money. So yes, it is a lot of hard work, and I do appreciate the vote of confidence from the councilman and believing in me, and I know I do things a little bit different sometimes, but it seems to be working. Want to wish everybody a happy Easter, and if you never need to reach out to me, please feel free to anytime. Thank you guys very much.
All right.
Madam Clerk, pay the bills.
Pay bills. Bills paid in February 2024, total expenditures, $578,871.08. No executive session
Move to
adjourned.
adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn by Councilman Rick, second by Councilman Chatelain. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay. We are adjourned.